Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Liquid Pasture Community League Week number 7. I am Leloop, your host, and once again we have here game number 2 between Team 3 and Team number 7. Alright, if you guys didn't watch the first game, you should probably go back and check it out. It's a very good showing of why you need to kind of give your carry space to farm, and why they can't be sitting around mid for a for a whole long time. They ended up having a Luna just kind of sitting around mid, being babysat by two other supports, and just never really got the farm on her that they needed. All right, but anyway, it was actually really. I don't want to take anything away from the Radiant side on that game, and I wish. Oh gosh, I'm still not exactly sure. I believe that it's Team 3. Team 3 now, I believe to be. Team 3, I think, is the Dire team now, and Team 7 is the Radiant side. I always manage to get the two of them backwards, so I will be looking that up real quick just to get this right for you guys. But anyway, it was actually really well played by the Dire team this time, and I will be sure to not get this as backwards as I have been able to recently. Alright, but anyway, taking a look at it right now, we have pretty standard picks or bans out so far. Nyx and Keeper of the Light banned out by the Dire team, and Magnus and Bat Rider banned out by the Radiant side. And we are almost able to confirm who is what. Vansetsu is team number 7. So I did actually have that a little bit correct.
5 seconds
remaining. So Team 7 is the Radiant side, and Team 3 is the Dire team. They also actually, speaking of last game, they actually ran a mid Doombringer, which worked out very well for him against the Warlock that they sent mid. Granted, Warlock was really positioned himself well in a lot of the team fights, managed to get down the golems quite often, had the fatal bonds up. He never really had much of a follow-up after that, and they kind of, like with the Lifestealer in there and the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid, they just never were able to really team fight effectively. But you know, I still don't want to take anything away from team number 3 there, who just really did a fine job playing what they did.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright. But anyway, taking a look at picks right now, we have Rubik and Lifestealer so far from the Radiant side, and Darkseer and Tidehunter from the Dire team. So Dire team's looking to be going for a little bit for the same kind of team fight as they had last game. They had the Tidehunter in the last time. They had the Darkseer as well. So little good combination there with the wall and the Tidehunter's Ravage. You get a good amount of damage, and they actually pick up the Doombringer third. So they are looking to run something very similar to what they ran last game. If the Nature's Prophet as well picked up from the Radiant side, going to be really good, does decent amount of split push, and it's just going to keep and the idea is that they want to try to keep the Dire team on their heels for a little while. I'm curious to see what they're going to be banning out. Doombringer, they ran a mid last time. As I said, I think they've run a jungle Doombringer before, but I'm not entirely positive on it, so they still do have pretty open lanes right now. You're not able to tell exactly what they want to do. Meanwhile, on the other side, on the Radiant team, you've got Nature's Prophet, which I assume is probably going to be that off-lane kind of jungle Nature's Prophet version that they do. And you have Rubik and Lifestealer, who are two parts of a tri-lane in my opinion. You know, maybe you do go with a full jungle, because you're going to be facing, you know, a Darkseer. Maybe you don't. I think a Chen would actually work out really well, but I'm still unsure. Chen would need to hit level 5 in order to do that. You could also go with Enchantress, I feel. Not really sure what they're figuring on. You can see the Gyrocopter banned out by them. So they do know that they're going to be looking for another carry. I'm not sure if they're going to be going for the team fight that they had for the team fight option, where you get something like a Faceless Void or a Luna. I mean, I guess either one could work. The way they built the Doom last time was more of a utility. And so he wasn't so much of the hard carry as he was kind of the semi-carry Doombringer that they ended up building. So we'll see if they go with that again, or if they go with the hard carry. I feel like Doom is pretty versatile. kind of surprised that you don't see him. I think there are probably reasons that I don't understand that he's not seen. I guess one of them being no stun, no real follow-up damage. So, who knows? You know, we'll see how this pick works out for him this time. Although I will say one thing: the Doom is going to be able to get the Nature's Prophet, and he's going to be a real thorn in the side for him. Nature's Prophet's going to TP in somewhere, and I know the first thing is that Doom's going to be watching the map for him. So, I am curious to see exactly what they've decided. They banned out the PL, interestingly enough. I didn't feel like he warranted a ban. I don't think he was really in the cards. The mids, you know, they banned out the Queen of Pain and the Windrunner. Both could go mid. Silencer banned out on the Radiant side. Silencer would be a bit of a problem, although I don't think as much of a problem. I don't know. It's a little bit weird to try to figure out some of these bans, to be perfectly honest. I feel like Radiant side probably should have been banning out more of the hard carries like Faceless Void and Luna, who could really contribute to team fights. Although, I mean, obviously, Faceless Void, his contribution to team fights is a little, I guess if they went Faceless Void Jakiro, that would be really strong. But it's still hard to tell exactly what they're going to be going for. And interesting, they pick up a Bounty Hunter for the off lane, so they have a Nature's Prophet. I guess you could send the Nature's Prophet mid, although I think that would probably be the worst idea if they decide to send the Doom mid. Because I feel like Doom is really going to make the Nature's Prophet life hard. Bounty Hunter, I don't... I'm still not exactly sure. Really now, a Bane. Bane is a good pickup, I have to say. A bit of an interesting one. But he is going to be able to shut down the Lifestealer pretty nicely for him if they manage to get him in good position. Curious to see what they're going to be going for with the hard carry. Or if they're just going to be running the Doombringer as their hard carry. It is possible, you know, if you build up a Maelstrom or... if you build up enough attack speed on him, he gets the Alpha Wolf Aura. You don't even need any, like, Daedalus or anything. It's just so much damage that you get. And then all you do after that is you build attack speed and you build strength. And he just gets so much damage. It's absolutely absurd. So, I'm curious to see what we're going to get out of their last pick here. Looking at it, if they don't pick up a mid, I think we're probably going to be seeing a mid Nature's Prophet. And if they do pick up a mid, then it's I don't see them picking up another mid. It's still really tough to say exactly what they're going to be doing. So anyway, we have 30 seconds now remaining. I'm curious. I'm thinking about who they have in the pool that they could grab right now. Jakiro might not be the worst pickup for them. Earthshaker would be not awful. Maybe not the best. They gotta get working on it. They've got almost 10 seconds remaining here.
10 seconds remaining.
So, curious to see what... Interesting.
Dire team pick.
Huh. Okay. So what this is saying to me is that you could run... I don't even understand this one. I guess you're going to have a tri-lane with Clockwork, Lifestealer, and Rubik. And then you're going to run... I mean... I just don't know about this one. To be perfectly honest, I just don't know. I mean, I guess you run Nature's Prophet solo safe, or is he going to be just jungling and they're going to... This is a little interesting. Yeah. It's certainly... You know, you can see the thought behind it, where you have the Nature's Prophet who TPs in on the Bounty Hunter's location. You have huge initiation range from the Clockwork, but I don't see how their lanes are going to work unless you're straight jungling the Nature's Prophet. Which, not the worst idea in the world, but we'll see how it works out for him. So, anyway, up on the Dire team we have Dr. Fluffy playing the Doombringer, LS Dizzle playing the Bane, Vanilla Please on the Luna, Peiwu on the Darkseer, and Suzuki on the Tidehunter. For Radiant side we have Tuna Barrett on the Lifestealer, Drill on the Clock, Vansetsu on the Bounty Hunter, Mambo on the Nature's Prophet, and Nez playing Rubik. So it does look to be it's going to be a jungle Nature's Prophet. with a Lifestealer Rubik on the bot, with Clockwork in the mid, and Bounty Hunter running up top. So I am curious to see exactly what they're going to do. Seeing how this has been set up, Dr. Fluffy on the Doombringer does look to be going mid again. Tezuki on Tidehunter with Luna and Bane as well. Yep. So the Dire Team's lane's pretty much the way I expected it, with the Darkseer running the solo hard lane. And he actually, interesting. He's not set up to go down there. He's actually set up more to jungle than he is for anything else. No, maybe not the... I'm a little surprised to see him giving up the lane entirely.
And they're off.
Because with a Prophet, you are going to be able to push that really hard, pretty quickly. We're going to see Rubik pick that up. So, good job by Bounty Hunter to get down the wards here. So, does manage to get down the wards, so we are going to see exactly what they're going to do. Do have Bane and Tidehunter here, so they could go for a kill. I don't think that they're going to be able to do it immediately. Does have his first point into Shadow Walk, so he knows that they're going to be looking around for a kill on them. Right. Uh-oh. There's the first sentry to be dropped down there. So already knows that they have the sentry up here, so he's gonna be playing a lot more safe than he usually would be. And yeah, the Darkseer is actually giving up the lane entirely, and just gonna be straight up jungling, at least for the first couple of levels. I wouldn't be surprised to make him if he rotates down there a little bit later, and instead of doesn't give up the lane entirely, just gets a couple of levels up in the jungle and then goes down there. I know one of the biggest things that you hear with Darkseer is that, like, he's kind of fallen off lately if you look at it. He doesn't quite fit in with everything else just because there are better options. I think Keeper of the Light's one of the best options in the game right now. And you get kind of a similar thing out of him.
And it's off.
Right. Taking a look at last hits, we have actually 4 people tied. Okay, Luna's getting a little bit ahead of everybody, but they're all fairly even from the mid and the 2 hard carries out of them. Doombringer does get up the Ring of Basilius. He needs to remember. Interestingly enough, he's leaving it on. So, curious to see exactly what he's going to be doing with that.
Do it with flair.
And this time I think mid's going a little bit better for him than it was in the last game. Clockwork's sitting at 10 last hits right now, unlike the last game where Warlock was kind of barely going even with him. And Doombringer isn't getting as much freeform as he would be as he was the last time either, with the with going up against Warlock. Taking a look at Mambo right now. Mambo is actually, even though he is at low health, he's really safe. So, we're going to see if he decides to go for the Hand of Midas. You can see Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter still hasn't been able to contest this pull at all. Did manage to de-ward here, so it is going to be coming back. But since it was only a single pull, they're going to have a big push going on. Clockwork manages to find himself an illusion rune, make his last thing a little easier. Not really. But yeah, I mean, we are settling down into a very passive game. 2 defensive tri-lanes with junglers. I mean, the only Bounty Hunter is really the only one that's even at risk, I think, of dying. Oh, Clockwork misses the trap on Doombringer. Would have been nice if he could have gotten it, but just a little bit wasted mana. Only 50 mana down at that, so it's not really a whole lot. You're basically losing 1 rocket flare, and that's about it. It's going to be very interesting. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with him. And it's going to be really curious to see the team fights here, I think. Last game we had a lot of just kind of really awkward and seemingly random team fights kind of going on.
Boom! There
So I
it
am
goes.
curious to see exactly what they're going to be doing with this. Yeah. Looking around here, got Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's still managing to get his levels. Oh. An Enfeeble on him is going to make it a little bit harder to get any kind of gold, but you're a Bounty Hunter, you don't really have to worry about that. Does only have 7 last hits, but has basically everything that he needs, sitting on 700 gold. Life Stealer just gets some regen to keep him safe from the Darkseer. Oh, I missed First Blood. Sorry about that, guys. Seems like Darkseer, or Rubik, and Clockwork cogs are on cooldown, so they got him in the cogs and they got him with the battery assault.
Rock it on.
So good job there from the Clockwork and the Rubik. Although I think right now Rubik needs to back off, go somewhere else, and help the Life Stealer out a little bit, because Life Stealer is going to be taking a lot of damage from this Ion Shell. Darkseer is up at level 3. It's a level 2 Ion Shell on him. So, you know, not the worst thing in the world to be tanking, but still, it's not something that you want to be doing continuously. Oh. And I don't think this is going to kill the Rubik. No, he should be fine. It's not going to kill the Rubik, but it is going to be a little bit annoying to him. Yep, manages to survive with about 200 health remaining. Clockwork does get his bottle. So anyway, seeing this again, Bane is way too hard babysitting this, in my opinion. Luna is like perfectly fine right now as it is. So she really doesn't need Bane sitting here, and all he's doing is basically sapping experience from her. He really, if anything, he and Tidehunter should be the ones getting the experience. They need to be moving a lot more. And I don't think, neither one of them has a TP on them. So if Doom gets ganked, or Darkseer gets ganked right now, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Bounty Hunter doing a little bit of harassment. Oh, and they are going to... Oh, and see, here it is, the TP reaction coming in now from Clockwork. Clockwork is level 6, does get the Tidehunter, and Tidehunter, oh man, this is a lot of damage, and this is going to be dead. Bounty Hunter not 6, so not a track kill. And so yeah, right now, Radiant's got the first 2 kills of the game. And I think this is a big problem right now. Their supports just... I mean, what are your supports doing? It's really what it comes down to. Bane wasted the Nightmare on the Bounty Hunter, and they never had any follow-up on him. The TP support came in and managed to get a kill for the Clockwork, so... I mean, yeah. Clockwork's now sitting at 2 kills. Oh, Darkseer trapped in. Is going to try and fight the Life Stealer, but Life Stealer is going to get a kill on him. So, I mean... It's, I don't want to say this is a similar situation to the last game, maybe reversed, I guess. Does go Hand of Midas first, actually. Which, it's, you know, it was a sub 6 Hand of Midas, so why not go that if you can? Oh, big problem here, though. He needs to go back, and he needs something. And this Life Stealer, I'm pretty sure, is dead. No rage, no anything. Gets the deny. Oh, no. Misses the deny chance. Rubik! Why you hesitate? You would have killed him. Yeah, taking a look at it, I mean, the deny. Damage per second's only 30, so... Yeah...
Dire's mid tower won't last.
Had a chance to get that deny off, but just missed it. Nature's Prophet has a headdress, bringing out boots for him right now. So, headdress, Ring of Basilius, boots on him right now.
No breaking down the radiant structure.
He's getting decent levels, not quite level 6 yet, but nobody in. I think if you look at overall in the levels, funny enough, Radiant side doing really well about getting levels, and that's basically what I said earlier. Bounty Hunter's level 6; he's going to be able to track now. Meanwhile, you're looking at it, Luna's only level 5 again. And so I'm not exactly sure why. Luna is going for the faster build, though, so I do like that. I do appreciate seeing that. But there was no reason to have this poor man's shield, in my opinion. And she does have the Bracer and the Robe of the Magi up. Not quite yet finished drums, but it's not too far away. But I mean, again, I just feel like they've been stealing so many levels from Luna that this is really bad. Lifestealer is level 8. Luna is level 5. That's a problem, I think, in all honesty. And Lifestealer has the Hand of Midas as well. So, we're talking about a guy who's going to be able to get up faster and get going. And he hasn't been hindered by his supports. So, taking a look, I mean, I just want to check it out. Gold per minute. Yeah, gold per minute. If you look at it, Lifestealer's sitting at 363 gold a minute. Luna's only getting 280, and she's hasn't had contested farm at all, pretty much. But I mean, she has not gotten the experience that she's needed. And she's now going to be taking a bit of harass from Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter's out-leveling her by 2 levels. And this is where it's starting to get a little bit scary, I feel like, if you are the Dire team. Because your carry has fallen behind by quite a lot. Oh, and he takes the damage from that. Might be enough to kill him off this time, especially with them following around with the aura up. Gets in vision range. Oh, and good hook shot on him. Has the cogs going on, and this is going to be a dead Doombringer. So good counter gank there by the Radiant side. They trade the Rubik for the Doombringer, which is not a bad trade at all. So Doombringer going the same build as he went last time. 1 point into Devour, got 2 points to Scorched Earth, and then then started leveling up Level Death. Not a bad idea. It does do the additional damage, the mini stun, and everything else. But if you take a look around, I mean, we're going to take a look at Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter does have up phase boots now. And yeah, I mean, it's just really... I'm still just absolutely curious as to what they're going to do. Lifesteal, I don't like this, actually. To be perfectly honest, he has power treads. He went power treads. Oh, and they're going to be looking for
technical difficulties.
Infested Nature's Prophet. They're going to be looking for a teleport gank somewhere, and they're going to get it right on the Luna here. Doesn't even see it coming. Sprout gets the Sprout. No, doesn't Sprout actually. And the Doom's TP is just a little bit late, and now Lifestealer is just going to man up and fight him. Does manage to do a lot of damage though with level death. Lifestealer, yes. Multiple of 3, going to take a lot of damage. Nature does get Tide Hunter, and if they wanted, I don't think he used the ultimate. No, okay, he did use the ultimate. Ultimate got Tide Hunter. Bane taking a lot of damage from that. Lifestealer, because he was invested in Nature's Prophet, did help out with the kill. And again, this is problematic. You're looking at hero level. Luna is the second lowest level in the game. I mean, that's not what you need at all. And considering that she really did not need to be protected that hard by Bane, that's a big deal. And that's a really big deal that the Bane and the Darkseer are completely out-leveling her.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
So it is kind of like the last game, in all honesty. You had the Luna last game who really just wasn't able to get the experience in the farm that she needed. And this time I feel like it's much of the same. So I am curious to see how they're going to try to recover from this. Tide Hunter,
better days.
Has up a gauntlet. Might be going for an urn, although I don't think. No, I guess it's an urn. Doombringer sitting on 1,000 gold. Not sure. Does TP down bot, so we are going to see exactly what they're going to be able to find. Doesn't look like anything though. Nope. Nothing out in the jungle for Doombringer or them to find. Uh-oh. Lifestealer is caught out though. Does rage up. Oh. And he's taking a lot of damage. That's one way to get rid of the effects of that though. Open wounds. Because of the way open wounds works. Oh, and his passive actually works. Oh, good clockwork hook in. Gets the Luna again, and they're going to get the Tide Hunter. Big problem here for that. Does steal Brain Sap, so that's a... Uh-oh. They do manage to get the Bounty Hunter, but they lose Bane. They've lost 4 heroes, and Doom is the only one who lives. And he's survived with about 200 health remaining. So, I mean, more big problems coming their way, and they're now down by 7 kills. Taking a look at experience
Dire's
graph,
bottom tower's
well up
getting
over 5,000 right now, and the gold is peaking up around 5,000, up to about 5,000 now as well.
Guess what's happening to Dire's
So they're going to get this tower here, and
Dire
I
just
mean,
couldn't
now we're just
save
looking
that
at a
bottom
huge spike
tower.
of gold for the Radiant side. Here. Tidehunter going to come down to try to defend. But he has to watch out. Oh gosh, yeah. And this is Tidehunter. That was not the best move at all. And now Doombringer's just going to be... They're walking in this, like, they're walking in this one by one. And Lifestealer does manage to successfully rage and TP out. And yeah, I mean, they basically just lost Tidehunter again for nothing. Like, Tidehunter had no business going down there, even if it was just solo Lifestealer. You're sitting at level 6, and Lifestealer is almost double your level.
Dire's mid tower.
Clockwork ends up going for Vanguard. I don't like that as much. I don't know exactly what he probably could have replaced. Just a naked vitality booster is usually more than enough. But I don't know. I don't like Vanguard. I really don't, as an item in general. Does have hookup, so he could be going for this. Uh-oh. Only manages to get... just misses on the cogs. Doesn't manage the hook. Gets the hook on... Gets the hook on Bounty Hunter instead. So, Luna manages to remain relatively safe, although she's still only level 8, managing to only keep up with the Bane and everybody else. And now Darkseer is... See, this is a big problem. Darkseer is now literally competing for the farm with her. She disassembles the boots.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
And is going for power treads, I have to... Yep, gets her power treads up. Bane is going to be surged. Does have the ultimate up, but don't think that's the best idea to start ulting under the tower. Domebringer once again does have the speed aura. I don't think that's the right choice this game. You're really going to need that extra... I don't think speed aura is the right choice in this game. Like, it worked out really well for him last time, but this time I don't feel like it's going to work out quite as well. Luna has managed to find herself a little bit of farm now, but taking a look at net worth, I mean, net worth, Nature's Prophet, Clockwork, and Lifestealer are all sitting higher than her. Now Bounty Hunter's here, so she has to be extra careful. Once again, we're seeing a lot of guys just sitting around mid. Rubik gets Devour. Oh, I wanted to see him devour a regular creep. I actually have to wonder about that. If Rubik steals an ability, steals Devour and then uses it to get another ability, what happens? Never seen that happen, actually. Clockwork does have level 2 hooks, so he's got 2,500 initiation range. And it's off. And Luna is sitting out really far on the side here.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Uh-oh, and this is a trapped Tidehunter. Oh no, trapped Nature's Prophet, and he's doomed. Doom manages to get the kill on him. The Tidehunter is in the middle of a sea of treants.
Seems the Dire's mid tower's been disowned.
Regeneration! Haste!
Uh-oh, Bane coming in. He does get the Fiend script, and this is a dead Lifestealer. Ooh. Almost managed to survive that. I think he had Infest up. Yeah, he did have Infest up. So if that would have ended 1 second sooner, then he would have been he would have actually probably been okay and been able to Infest out of that. Looking at what Nature's Prophet has right now. Has up a headdress and a void stone. Ring of Basilius. So he's going to be going mech with the farm that he's managed to find himself. Look at last hits. Lifestealer sitting at 104 last hits. Luna right at second place now at 84. So Lifestealer's doing really well. Again with the armlet or with the Hand of Midas up. Hand of Midas is off cooldown, unfortunately. So he died with Hand of Midas off cooldown, which is never a good thing. Once again, Bane has to be careful here. Clockwork Hook's still up as far as I... Yep, Clockwork Hook's still up. Bounty Hunter does have tracks, so he is going to be looking around here for the Bane. Should be careful not to walk into the Sentry Ward. But since they don't have the tier 1, he is going to be able to track and follow the Luna wherever she goes. Track her. There you go. Oh, and it just missed by the Clockwork. Drums is popped. They want this kill on Luna. Luna is going to have some TP support, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Nope. Tidehunter just a little bit late. Nobody really around to react to it. And I'm going to see. Wonder if they're oh, he is going after the Rubik. Has the Shadow Blade. No need to follow him anymore. That was a little bit of overkill. Oh, Fiend's Grip goes down on the Lifestealer, but this is just going to be problematic. He's pulled out of that almost immediately. Lifestealer just taking a lot of damage. Bounty Hunter managed to pick up the Tidehunter, but they get the Rubik, or the Rubik was already dead. They are going for the Lifestealer though. Oh, good tree. The tree block was actually not that bad, but I think... Oh, infest right into him. And he is going to rage up and just takes down the Doombringer. Oh my gosh, this is another one of those weird and awkward fights. The Clockwork coming in is going to intercept. Oh, just misses the cogs though. But the Sprout manages to pick off the Dark Seer. Tango's through and he is going to be able to live. Oh, never mind! Hook from downtown. Oh, Clockwork with the hook to get the kill. Well played, Clockwork. Now we're... Oh man, that was a great hook there. So well played by the Clockwork. Oh man. So anyway, just take a look at kills, deaths. Clockwork sitting at 7-0-6, so he's having a really good game for himself. Finishes up Blade Mail as well, and has the Vanguard. So he's actually really tanky, and you're not gonna want to fight him for a while. Which means if he gets off of cogs, he's gonna. If he gets a person locked into cogs, it's gonna be just trouble because that person's almost guaranteed to die. Taking a look at Luna, Luna has something flying out to her. First Blade of Alacrity, so probably gonna be going into the Yasha right away. Again, I feel like a big problem, like the Poor Man's Shield. It's really nice for certain things, but it's doing 10 block for you. You are ranged. I know it doesn't feel like you're that ranged, but you are in fact ranged. It's just not a significant enough amount of damage to be worthy of that, in my opinion. And I never really felt like she was taking the harass correct, a really big amount of harass. Oh, they do manage to pick off the Nature's Prophet in the jungle, but Lifestealer around. Oh, good Clockwork grab. Gets two. Luna has to pop the Eclipse, but she dies pretty much immediately. Ravage is used. Doom is used on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer doesn't care. He has everything he needs to tank it up. Lifestealer's rage runs out, though, and Doombringer manages to finish him off with level death. Doom, and they're now looking around. Clockwork's still, though, playing really well. Clockwork hasn't died at all. So a good couple of kills there for the Dire team. They do manage to get the Lifestealer and the Nature's Prophet, but they lose the Luna again. And Luna didn't even get off the full Eclipse. Had 10 charges on the wand as well, so, you know, you hate to be that kind of like, oh, well, what if she had been able to do that? But, oh. Nature's Prophet going to pick up the Tidehunter here. Nope. But Nature's Prophet has to be careful. It is going to come around, and he could be just vacuumed back. Clockwork's cogs are up, but yeah, Nature's Prophet's just going to die. Oh, and the sleep initiation, but Doombringer because of... Oh, did he go for the Fiend's Grip? No, okay, he was just going for something. Must have been going for something else. Speed Aura Doom keeping up with him. He managed to get a good Lucent Beam on him. Level Death finishes him off. So, you know, the first kill on Clockwork, not too bad. But Once again, we see Doom going for the
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
going for another Veil of Discord. I said it last game. I don't like this. I don't like that item on him. I don't think that this game they have nearly enough magical damage. I mean, granted, they might have a little bit more. They do have Ravage. They do have the Bane's Fiend's Grip. So, you know, maybe they do have a bit more. But I mean, I don't think that it's worth it to go for it so quickly, you know? Taking a look around, Luna. Is that on there? Oh, yep. The rest of her Yasha is on the way. And I do like the fact that she did pick up the drums. Drums are really good on Luna. Doombringer about 1300 from the Veil of Discord. And Radiant is doing one really good thing that I like. They are making it very difficult to push. Oh, Infested, and this is going to be a bad time for Luna. Luna ends up dying. Nature's Prophet TP's in. Doesn't really need to. But now they can continue the team fight. Bane gets the Enfeeble off on him. It's a rank 3 Enfeeble. Lifestealer is going to be taking a lot of damage, but he's just going to be able to turn around and tank it up. Manages to lock the Doombringer in. Doombringer's still tanky enough. He's probably not going to die.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
And he does have the Shadow Blade to get away. Bounty Hunter has to be careful here as well now. Yep, so Doombringer does manage to stay alive, but they lost the Tidehunter, the Darkseer, and the Luna in that exchange. And Lifestealer has up the Mithril Hammer, probably going Desolator. Yep, rest of the Desolator on the way.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And that is going to be very painful if you're Doombringer. Doombringer does manage to get up his Veil of Discord, so it finishes that off. I've talked about it a few times, so I'm going to ignore that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Mech is up on Nature's Prophet.
Top tower.
Haven't seen Bounty Hunter sitting on phase boots, going for a BKB as well.
Dire's
So,
top tower.
really nice to see a Bounty Hunter not going for a Battle Fury at this level. Please, guys, this is a PSA. Do not go Battle Fury on Bounty Hunter. You don't need to farm. You get your gold from killing heroes. Yep. So, anyway, just taking a look around. Doom denies the top tower, so that's a little bit of gold lost, but I don't think they're really going to care with how far ahead they are. Clockwork's... I think Clockwork's going to be starting up a pipe. If they get a pipe up, I feel like there's not a whole lot that the Dire team is going to be able to do against them. I mean, yeah, you're going to have the extra magic damage from Doom's Veil of Discord, but I feel at the same time you're still leaving yourself fairly reliant on magical damage in a mid-game, and they just don't manage to get the mid-game. Now the rotation coming in, Lifestealer just trying to farm with the Ancients. Lifestealer is going to eat another Doom, but very tanky. Oh, and they use the Fiend's Grip on an illusion. That's going to be the sign to get back. So yeah.
Incoming.
So a couple of issues there.
With flair.
So yeah, I don't think they managed to get a kill in that last exchange. I'm not really sure exactly what they're trying to do here. Looking around at Luna, Luna is going to be spotted out by the Bounty Hunter. No, excuse me guys. No track put down on her, so didn't want to break the invis. A little bit too bit. More worth it to probably get the information. Shadow Demon, or Doombringer, is invis, sees the Clockwork up here. I think he needs to be saving the... Oh no. Uh-oh, and this is Doombringer gets entirely caught out and killed almost instantly. I mean, feast against the Doombringer well. And I guess that kind of answers the question I had earlier about why you don't see Doombringer as much. The Doombringer with the Lifestealer with the Desolator is like the worst enemy for Doombringer, just because of the way Feast works. I mean, he gets 7% of the attacked enemy's current HP, and Doombringer has nothing but health essentially. I wasn't able to see exactly how much they had, but it's a lot of health, and it's a lot more bonus damage that he gets anytime he attacks a Doombringer.
Flares here.
Clockwork infested. Oh, gets a great clockwork. Oh, but the Ravage comes off. It doesn't matter. Lifestealer's doing so much damage right now, especially to that. I mean, he basically just 5-shotted Bane. And they're chasing and they're diving this pretty hard. Luna has to watch out.
5 in a row. 2 down.
Luna ends up dying inside of her base. Venetsu gets a kill on the Darkseer as well. So, and Doombringer does get the counter kill on him, but Doombringer again is just going to absolutely die here.
3 down. Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
They do manage to get the mid tower here.
Come on, this ain't
And GG's called here. So, we're going to be going on to a game 3, guys, I hope. But yeah, as I was saying, I think, again, the biggest thing, if you take a look at hero levels, Luna is sitting at level 12, Lifestealer is level 19. Right there, right then and there. But, guys, Venetsu clearly trolling somebody here.
all right. Carry on.
But anyway, I think it was just really well played out by the Radiant side. They knew exactly what they could do. Good pick with the Lifestealer against the Doombringer. Like, Doombringer was good against Nature's Prophet, and I was unsure about how they were going to lane it entirely. But because of the safe lane, because of the fact that Darkseer never went down into the lane, they never had to worry about Nature's Prophet having to defend.
Ain't looking good for the
So,
Dire's mid-ranks.
well played, well done by the Radiant side. I mean, and yeah, good game, guys, and I'll see you all in game number 3 coming up soon, guys.